Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Jayapatākā
The following is a class given by His Holiness Jayapatākā Swami Maharaj on June 5th, 1981 at New Taliban Farm in Carriere, Mississippi.
Lord Chaitanya's appearance is a very great mystery. The Lord kept it that way because His pastime was to come as a devotee. It's like if the king wants to go amongst all the citizens and see as an ordinary citizen, and if he already announces it in advance, the king is going to come as an ordinary citizen. Right? Everyone will be, or the president's going to walk down the Pikayuni street as an ordinary citizen, Don't tell anybody, Right? All the streets will be lined with people looking, where's the president coming? So, although it's mentioned in the Shastras that Krishna is coming, but by Yoga Maya, it just somehow wasn't broadcast before Lord Chaitanya's coming in a broad way. It was kept secret and revealed just to a few great souls. Of course, as Lord Chaitanya came, those who were very highly qualified, they could understand that this is not an ordinary person. This is Krishna himself come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It was predicted. The ordinary people, they more or less forgot those predictions, which was actually helping Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to fulfill his pastime, which was to simply remain as a devotee and to chant Hare Krishna with everyone. So, just like during the Dwapara Yuga, when the 5 Pandavas were exiled, at that time, they had 14 years of bonavas, of residing in the exile, in the forest. So the last year it was known as Agatavas. Agata means unknown. They had to stay completely concealed. If Duryodhana could find them out during that year, then again another 14 years ahead. So it was very imperative that they had to remain concealed in that 1 year. So they went to Akachakra, the birthplace of Nityananda Prabhu. And they were there for some time. And that place of the Pandavas' residence is still preserved even today. Very beautiful place. Of course, all around is now rice fields, but in one place they kept that grove where the Pandavas stayed. So there, Yudhishthira had a dream. In the dream, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, birthplace, Navadvip Dham, Nodiya, that secret was revealed to him. That Krishna will appear in Kali Yuga. This is a sacred Dham. So he took his brothers and Draupadi, and they all went to Navadvip, Mayapur Dham. And there, and finally when they walked and they reached there, of course they killed a few demons. They were always helping the sadhus get off the demons. Then they resided there for a short time, for some time, and in a dream, Yudhishthira could see the Gauranga form, and he was ecstatic. To see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with his golden form and his flower garland with the bumblebees flying everywhere, and his broad chest and thin waist. It's like a lion's waist. Broad chest is like a doorway. And how Chaitanya Maharaj was smiling and said that in the Kali Yuga, I will be coming here. And you and your brothers, you will be participating in my pastimes, but you will go to Orissa, Jagannath Puri. You will appear there, all of you together. And you will be my associates. And Lord Chaitanya disappeared. And Yudhishthira woke up and he was crying. And then there was Dvaivavani. You should go. Dvaivavani means voice from the sky or demigod. That's called Dvaivavani. Unseen voice comes. No microphone, nothing. Right from the heavens. Just like when Kamsa, he had a Dvaivavani that you will be killed by the 8th son of Devaki. It's a Dvaivavani. Divine voice. So, the Dvaivavani said, go to Orissa, Jagannath Puri, and to help and purify that place from all the miscreants. So, they didn't like to go, but they had to follow the instructions. When Nityananda Prabhu, he was taking Jiva Goswami around the holy dam of Navadvip, and he pointed out all these things, that here is the Kunda, the lake of Draupadi, Devi, and here is the hill of Yudhishthira. And this way, there's so many places connected with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In fact, and throughout the ages, all the avatars and all the acharyas and all the great devotees, they all visit Navadvip Dham one time or another. It's considered to be the cream of all the holy tirthas. Because this is to do with the secret mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That, as you know, that we pray every day to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that he's Namo Mahabhadanaya, Krishna Prema Pradayate. He's giving out what Krishna himself didn't give out so freely. He's the most merciful. So Krishna demanded, Sarvadhanam anparitya jamamayakam saranam vaja. Surrender unto me, and I will give you complete protection. But surrendering unto Krishna is a very tall order. Just like Krishna told Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita, that you fix your mind on me undeviatingly. This is the topmost yoga, you completely fix your mind on me. And then what did Arjuna say? He said, that is more difficult than to control a hurricane. My mind is just going here and there. So it is very difficult anyway to control the mind. So he was asking for some easier process. So then Lord Krishna told him to do the best yoga. By practice, you bring your mind. So Krishna, he demanded full surrender, and then he guaranteed full protection. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his mercy was such that if someone has a desire to be Krishna conscious, if the desire is there, and if one chants Hare Krishna, takes Krishna Prasad, then one gets the mercy. Even one may not be fully surrendered, but simply desires to be surrendered, desires to be Krishna conscious, and chants Hare Krishna. Then he gets Vitai and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. So they are very merciful. In fact, there's no one so merciful as Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda and his associates. They're giving this great mercy. So different acharyas. It's like Madhvacharya, one time he visited Navadvip Dham with his disciples. And there in the dream he also saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, revealing his beautiful form to Madhvacharya, told him that I'm going to appear in your sampradaya. And now you should go out and smash all the Mayavadis and their misinterpretation of the scripture. And of course, Madhvacharya wanted to remain in Navadvip. He said, no, you should go out and defeat all these Mayavadi philosophers. You establish the position of the deity. When I come, then I will firmly establish the truth of the sampradaya, of the science of Krishna consciousness. So like this, Madhvacharya, yesterday I explained how Ramanujacharya came to Navadvip Dham. Tomorrow I can also explain how Shankaracharya came. All different acharyas, during the ages they came to Navadvip, because that place, being Lord Chaitanya's Dham, is connected with Lord Chaitanya eternally, and therefore is eternally in the transcendental platform. So here we're bringing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we're bringing Radha Krishna, has brought the come on the invitation of the devotees, and they are accepting the worship. So wherever the Lord is being served, that place becomes a transcendental place. So we should be very careful to keep that transcendental mood around the deity at the maximum purity, maximum force, so that anyone coming into that atmosphere will feel the prabhav, or the effect, the influence of that transcendental association. This is possible to create by the devotion of the devotees. The Dham is not limited to time and place. Of course, that place where Lord Chaitanya appears is eternally under his Yoga Maya. Even one doesn't work very hard, still the Dham has got some transcendental potency through the ages. And those who are pure, they can realize that. And by chanting there, then of course, whatever fog may just try to obscure that, even from the external, that is also usually wiped away. Of course, other parts of the world, the darkness is everywhere. And wherever Krishna is being worshipped, wherever there is devotees and they are constantly engaging in service, of glorification, chanting His holy name, their light is produced. And in the darkness, that light is a shining shelter for all the fallen souls. So, to make that light brighter and brighter, so that the effect will go further and further. That is always the intention and goal of the devotees. Ultimately, Lord Chaitanya predicted, Prithivite ache jato nagarari gram sarvatra prachar haide mo naam. That in every town and village throughout the whole world, my message shall be sung. So in every town and village, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's message is being sung, that means everywhere there will be the light. So the whole darkness will be destroyed. So coming in the darkness, here we find the light of Nutalavon. And that light we should bring into our hearts. So cleanse our hearts so that Krishna will reside there also. When our heart is cleaned of the garbage, then Krishna will reside there, personally guiding the devotee. The devotee can see Krishna face to face. Not theoretically, but actually. So we use Chaitanya Darpana Marjan, we cleanse our heart, allow Krishna to come. In the heart, invite Him, He comes there. That is also considered to be the Dhamma, or the holy place, the heart of the devotee in which the Lord is residing. So, The more that we cleanse our heart, the more that our heart is being prepared for Krishna to come and reside in his full manifestation, in his full form. Individually, collectively, we cooperate with each other, knowing that Krishna is more pleased when we cooperate with each other, when we serve him in a cooperative mood. Just like the Sachetas, they were under the water for 10,000 years, cooperatively worshipping the Lord. And Narayana told them that because you were all cooperatively worshipping me, this is giving me much more transcendental pleasure. More than individually serving or individually chanting. When we chant together, when we serve together, when we cooperate together to create something nice for the glory of our Lord, Nitai Gaur, and the great devotees, our previous acharyas and our spiritual master, and the Vaishnavas. That gives Krishna and the Vaishnavas great transcendental pleasure. We have mercy that we are brought together and we have this chance to perfect our lives by serving their lotus feet. So much energy is used in people's lives this way and that way, and we can give our energy to Krishna. Back to the powerhouse, then it closes the circuit. Otherwise, all that energy is like short circuit. Wires coming from the powerhouse, coming to the light and going back to the powerhouse. Therefore, there is a light coming. But if you just have the wire coming and no wire going back, only one wire will not create any light. It has to have two wires, coming and going. So everyone is trying to take from Krishna, but it's all going short circuit into the ground, into the here and there. So there's no actual beneficial light. A lot of waste of energy. So when the closed circuit is there, coming from Krishna, going back to Krishna, then everything is perfect. So here is the place for closing the circuit, serving the Lordships, the Divine Master. Jai Sri Sri Guru Ganagunithai Gaur. These ladies are Radha Radhika Kanta. Radha Kanta. Jai Sri Sri Radha Kanta ki. Jai Nitai Gaur Guru Gauranga ki. Any questions? The Dham where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears, that's called Dhamma. Where the Lord appears, that's called the Dham. When this whole universe is destroyed, that is not destroyed. And where the pure devotees appear, that is called the Sripat. The Dham has a certain area, like Vrindavan is 84 krosh. That's 168 miles. The Pajamanda, I believe. Or 32 krosh, 84 krosh, it's pretty big. And then Navadip is solo krosh, or 32 miles. And ordinarily, Sripat, where great Vaishnava is born, that is, Prabhupada said 3 miles. Within 3 miles area. That place becomes sanctified. So of course, what is the reason why someone takes birth somewhere, or why is a temple established at a certain place? I don't think that anyone can make a blanket statement. What is the past, present, and future of all those places? But in general, one may take it that even some place where there is no previous spiritual history, that by worshipping Krishna, by establishing a deity, worshipping, chanting, that place comes under the Yoga Maya, comes under the Holy Dhamma. But generally, other places where there are, like in India, so many people have temples, but they don't generally claim that those temples were eternally before or after that. But everyone knows that where the deity is being worshipped and where the Vaishnavas are living, that place becomes a transcendental place. It becomes an abode of the Lord. It becomes a Dham. In that respect, it becomes a shelter for fallen souls. But the fallen souls, the devotees, they have to maintain that vibration. Just like if there's some very great offense occurs inside a temple, sometimes you have to bathe the deity in milk because to purify the atmosphere. Sometimes you have to do different things. Outside of the Dham, these things are recommended. So, it's like in Holland, there the land is below the sea level, but they dike it all up and that becomes very nice for the land. So all around is all Maya. But by practicing our Krishna consciousness, by serving properly, by creating always the mood of by chanting, so that Maya is kept out, and this place becomes part of the spiritual kingdom. Now, which place may have some previous history, whether some avatar in some yuga touched down at a particular place, or whether there is some history from the previous, that of course would require some divine revelation that we won't find readily in the scriptures. We have to search whether this place was such a place that anyone ever visited in the previous millions and millions of years. That may be revealed by the Lord. But this can remain eternally. Of course, all the devotees, they'll all go back to Godhead. Even after Lord Chaitanya's movement leaves the world, what will happen 10,000 years from now? As the Kali Yuga progresses, all these deities will have to be hidden underground somewhere. Possibly. The Prabhupada said all the Vaishnavas will have to go underground. But that's 10,000 years. It's a long time. We can worry about that then. Hopefully by that time everyone will already be back in Golok. Even Govardhan is gradually sinking in the earth. At the end of Kali Yuga, Govardhan will be invisible. So sometimes the Dhamma is appearing and sometimes it's retracting, and the people become too simple. So now here, Dhamma is appearing. What is the previous history before it? That by our sincere service, maybe the Lord will reveal what pastimes will appear in the past. But just by Srila Prabhupada visiting him, Srila Prabhupada came here. That alone has made this a holy place. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said that wherever he's just happy just to spend even a moment, wherever one of Lord Chaitanya devotees or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself spent even a moment. That place is a sacred place, and he wants to go and visit all those places and purify himself. Such a great associate as Srila Prabhupada has come here. That alone has made this a tirtha. Now it's being further expanded by so much service and preaching. As far as possible, always this should be the vibration of the holy name. I was telling Nityananda Prabhu how so many devotees from India, they were very anxious just to be able to visit all the places where Prabhupada had just put his lotus foot. Take all these places as great places of pilgrimage. Haridhaspur, we have a temple. Haridas Thakur spent one night there. And for the since 500 years, the whole village is named Haridaspur. The high school is named after Haridas Thakur. And all the people worship Haridas. Every year, the day he came there, they have a festival. His appearance day, because one day he came there and chanted 60, his 3 lakhs of names. So the Prabhupada said, yes, that's a fact. A great soul like that comes and sits, and even for one day, even for a moment, that place becomes dusty. Other question? Well, just like the Pandavas, it appears that their life was more filled with difficulty than ordinary people. Although they were the personal associates of Lord Krishna, they had so many difficulties. Most people never have so much. If anyone has so much difficulty, how they could survive? That's what they had. They were given a house that was made out of lacquer and set on fire. They were tried to be poisoned. Their wife was tried to be molested and disgraced in an assembly of royal assembly. They were banished for 14 years, cheating, and finally the Kurukshetra battle, and so many different difficulties. Unconceivable. So, it says that the more that you rub sandalwood, the more the sweet scent comes out. The more that you crush sugarcane, the more the sweet juice comes out. And the more you repeatedly heat the gold, the more lustrous comes the shining metal. Similarly, the more kancham kanchanga purnamapi puni, kanchanam kanchavanam. The more that a sadhu is put, a devotee is put in different type of difficult situations, the more his true color, his metal, his faith in Krishna becomes manifest. And finally, even at the time of death, he's unwavering. He fixes his mind on Krishna. So of course, there are many trials. Materialists, they get their moment of joy. We don't wish anyone bad. Someone else is getting rain and prospering. No doubt, they have also been benefited by seeing the devotees so many ways. Or they may be enjoying the results of their pious activities from their previous lives and this life. But we are directly dependent on Krishna. Krishna gives us rain, it's Krishna's mercy. And if Krishna is not giving us rain, that's also Krishna's mercy. They're getting rain due to their karma. Whatever we get, that will be due to Krishna. We see any success and any difficulty as being under the hand of Krishna. The way we remain Krishna conscious. So if Krishna chooses not to give us something or to give us something, we in our part should continue to do, free from all type of offenses, our service properly. And beyond that, we are sincerely trying. We go on carrying our duty, because the cows are not our cows, the land is not our land. It is Krishna's land, Krishna's cow. So we do our duty to serve Krishna. Whether he wants to water the land for his cows, if he doesn't give water, then we have to see some other way. We are his servants, so we'll do whatever we can to protect his things. So if Krishna made it very easy, then maybe we wouldn't have so much opportunities for service. Who can understand Krishna's purpose? Just like I was sick one time, Prabhupada told me that sickness, this gets rid of the poisons in your body, and so as a result of the sickness afterwards, you may actually find that your health will get better. And after that, my health for the next 2 years increased more and more. Although I was very sick for 1 year, off and on, with different types of fever. You can take it that if there's a difficult time, that's Krishna's testing you. Are you a fair weather friend? A fair weather devotee? Or you are a devotee through thick and thin? So many people say, yes, I am a devotee. As soon as it gets a little rough, so Krishna wants to see what type of devotee his devotees are. Or Maya might also, she tests in different ways. Krishna allows her that opportunity. I know in Mayapur now, we're getting plenty of rain by Krishna's mercy. Sometimes, a few years ago, we had so much rain that it flooded 20 feet. So Krishna, he may do anything. So sometimes Krishna, he always tries to teach us. So we have to be intelligent enough to learn what are his lessons. So that if there is any lesson to be learned, we learn from it so that again we don't have to get taught in any more gross way. It's better to learn with the least possible gross examples, just by hearing or by understanding. So Krishna is always teaching us, so we should always be looking at how can I improve my devotion? Where is my defect? Not thinking that already I'm devotee, therefore I made it, I'm first class. I then start thinking why Krishna's not doing this, why he's not doing that. Why? You see, that's like you're taking the position of one of Krishna's wives almost. After he marries, then of course they're saying, where's my Parijata flower, where's this, where's that. Of course, they have that relationship with Krishna that we are not tried improving yet. To make so many demands. That opportunity may come, but first we have to establish the relationship. For those who are the most advanced devotees, of course, they always feel themselves to be improperly serving Krishna, insufficiently serving Krishna at least. And they're always searching for ways how to increase that service, how to make it more pure, more pleasing to Krishna. Are we giving every thought, word, and deed to Krishna? Or 50%, or 30%, or 10%? What percent are we giving? By chanting and taking the mercy of Nitai Gaur, how much we have been able to focus our Krishna conscious energy actually to the place where it is supposed to go, and how much is being scattered here and there. Also, devotees need to be purified. The difficulty is also purification. Anything else? Is that alright? Hare Krishna.